This video is not medical advice or intended to treat any medical conditions. Please consult your doctor before starting a new exercise program and stop immediately if you feel pain, experience dizziness, or other symptoms. By performing this workout, you acknowledge that you are engaging in physical activity and understand the risks involved, including physical injury. You agree that you are voluntarily participating and are participating at your own risk. By continuing with this video, you agree to release from all liability and forever hold harmless the City of Arvada from any and all losses, liabilities, injuries, or damages resulting from any and all claims pertaining to this workout.
Hello, my name is Danielle. We're gonna do a quick Pilates workout together. So if you've got a mat, grab a mat. If you've got hardwood floors, you're definitely gonna want either a towel or a mat, or carpet, lay down on the ground. We're gonna start with some breathing techniques. So heels down on the floor, arms down at your sides, and we're gonna take a nice deep breath in through the lungs. 3, 2, 1. Now exhale and tighten your core. Let's try that again. Big deep breath in, fill the lungs with air, and then as you exhale, tighten that tummy. All right, now this time we're gonna take a big deep breath in. Now as you exhale, think of your hips and roll that tailbone up and then right back down. Let's do that again. Tilt up, 2, 3, 4, and then tilt right back down. All right, dig those heels in, and then this time we're gonna lift the entire lower body off of the ground and then slowly roll it back down. Do it again. Up, 2, 3, like you're peeling a sticker off of the floor. 1 more. Up, 2, 3, 4. Take it down. All right, now we're just gonna lift the head and shoulders, reaching for the ankles. Up, 2, 3, tighten that core and slowly lower. So now we're moving into the upper abdominals, middle part of that core and the lower abs, and take it back down. Nice job. Okay, so now we're gonna go right into our traditional Pilates stance. We're gonna lift the head and shoulders up off of the mat, bring your feet off of the floor, knees directly underneath the hips. All right. Pump the arms, big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. All right, we've got a little combination. Hold it here for 8 counts. 8, 7, 6, 5. Now tap a toe, down, other leg. Nice, do it again, pump the arms. So we're looking straight towards the ceiling. Tap a toe. And imagine you've got a tennis ball between your chin and your chest. Ooh, starting to burn in that core yet? All right, 1 more here. Pump the arms. 8, 7, 6. Tap a toe. Now go ahead and extend both legs down on the floor. Roll it up to the ceiling. 4, 3, 2. Big reach overhead. Roll it down. 4, 3, 2. Do it again. Again, it's like we're peeling a sticker up off of the mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. All right, give me 2 more here. Exhale on the way up. Slow and control wins the race. Roll it down. And then 1 more time, roll it up slow, and then take it back down. All right, let's go back into that Pilates stance. Knees over hips, hands by the legs. Pump the arms. And tap a toe, right and left. Hey, how's your breathing? Are you able to breathe with it, not against it? All that simply means is exhaling at the point of most exertion. 2 to go. 8, 7, 6, hang in. We're almost there, almost there. Oh, you feel that core getting stronger as we speak? 8, 7, 6. Tap a toe. And guess what? Done. It is time to move from the front of the core to the back of the core. So take it to all fours, hands directly underneath your torso, tighten your tummy, and you're gonna start with the leg closest to me. We're just gonna lift and lower, right leg and then left leg. You ready? Right, switch, left. keeping that core engaged to help keep your balance. All right, one leg only, lift. We're gonna extend out to the side, back in, now same leg, do it again. Lift, extend, oh, there's a new muscle group. That's the outer glute, outer thigh that really does get neglected a lot of times. All right, you ready to switch legs? Let's do that other leg. Lift, extend, in and down. So resist the urge to try to speed up the movement. The longer we are in that holded contraction position, the longer we're working that muscle, and that's a good thing. All right, switching the legs. This time, give me a little pulse at the top. Pulse, hold, out, in, do it again. Pulse, hold, out, in, down. As high as that leg will go. One more this side. Tummy really engaged. All right, let's do that same thing, other leg. Pulse, hold, out, in, down. Didn't know you could work that muscle group, did ya? Oh, and we are spot training right now. Pulse, hold. All right, give me one more here. And then good news, we're gonna take a quick break. Sit it back into a child's pose. Walk the hands forward, stretch it out. All right, when you're ready, sit it back up. And then let's take it back to that all fours position. Hands underneath the torso, let's start. Leg closest to me, little pulse at the top. Pulse, out, in, and down. Pulse. Oh, it's burning, yeah. Pulse. All right, one more, this leg. Switch, other side. Pulse, hold, out, in, down. Now if you're like, why is this so hard? Yeah, it's because these muscles don't get worked with squats or lunges. And a lot of times we think that's like the only way to work the lower body, but we got these two. All right, switch pulses to the finish. 8, 7, 6. How high can you lift that leg? Gotta finish it off on the other side. Switch legs. 8, 7, 6. That's such a fantastic burn. 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Sit back. Woohoo! That's a good one. It is time for planks. So we're going to take it into a plank position. Remember, if you have a stool, a chair, a couch, and you want to do it from an incline position, you can. That's okay. All right, so let's find that perfect plank. Hands underneath the shoulders, tailbone tucked under. Let's start with the downward dog. Hips up, hips down. Now wide foot tap, right and left. Downward dog, rear end goes up, comes back straight with the body, wide foot tap, and wide. We've got 2 more here. All right, so again, coordinate your breathing with your movements. Really easy to want to hold your breath when you're in a plank, but we want to do the exact opposite and keep that oxygenated blood pumping. All right, let's make it harder. Downward dog. Now jump your feet out and in 2 times. Ooh, do it again. Downward dog, plank, hop the feet. Out, in, take a break. Ooh, all right, shake it out. This one's quick. It's less than 2 minutes. It's like 1 minute and 57 seconds, something like that. We could do this. We could do this. All right, let's go back to that solid plank position. Tailbone is tucked under by squeezing your glutes. We're contracting through the core, hands underneath the torso. All right, this time I'm gonna make it even harder. Downward dog, and then 4 wide foot jacks. Let's go. Down. Now hop the feet quick. 4, 3, 2, downward dog. Up and down. Hop the feet. Ooh. Heart rate up. Down and back. You still breathing with it, not against it? Oh, that was it. Good job. I wanted to add an extra one. Let's not. It is time for our ab challenge, and we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna challenge your abs. So go ahead and lay it down. We're gonna start with what's called a dead bug. So relax your head and shoulders down on the ground. Knees are directly over the hips. We're gonna start with the right arm, left leg. Extend, and in, other side. Out, and up. So again, we're using that core, those abs. Really tighten as you exhale. All right, single time. Give me some quick. 4, 3, new move. 2, lift your head off the floor, hands by the hips, give me a scoop, and then back in. Other leg, scoop, back in. Now notice my head does not lay down on the floor, and that's on purpose. That's gonna work those upper abs. And if your scoops aren't matching my scoops, that's okay. Just extend and bring it in. Nice, hold it, hold it. All right, give me 2 more here. You're breathing, not holding your breath, right? All right, relax, bring it back into that dead bug position. Knees over the hips, hands directly over the chest. Out and up. So yeah, now we're gonna relax the head on the floor. We're gonna give that neck a little bit of a break. Single time, out, up. Big reach, using as much of that core as we possibly can. All right, last one. Bring the hands by the hips, take the head up off of the mat. We've got 2 scoops and a hollow rock. Looks like this. Little rock, 2 times, bring it back in, do it again. Scoop, 2 hollow rocks. So we're just barely rocking and then taking it back in. Now these are definitely an advanced move. So if you'd like to just keep those scoops, keep the scoops. Breathe. All right, 2 more to the finish. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes, it is supposed to be hard. Yes, you are supposed to be shaking just a little bit. Last one. Done. Good job. All right, now it's time to flip around, move the work to our backside, because in my opinion, backside just as important as the front side of the core. All right, so we're laying face down. If you want to take it onto all 4s, you can. Otherwise, parachute position. Elbows 90 degrees. We're staring at the ground, seeing a lift. Up and down. Exhale, inhale. All right, hands under the, oh, I lied, 4 more. 4, 3, 2. All right, now let's bring those hands under the chin, hamstring curl. In and down. So we're moving the work from the top of the back to the bottom. And let's take it back to the top. Parachutes, up and down. So squeeze the upper, middle, lower back. Really lift nice and high. 2 to go. All right, bring those hands back underneath the chin, hamstring curl. Lift the legs, lower and reset. Curl, lift, and now it's a tiny little movement. It's like 1 inch off the floor, but so good for those glutes. So good for that backside. All right, give me 3 more. Feet come together, squeeze. 2 to go. All right, give me 1 more here. We're gonna take it back to the upper part of the back. Hands out, parachutes, lift and lower. All right, so if you can feel that shift in the muscle group that's working, from the lower back to the upper back, each time we change exercises. All right, little pause at the bottom. We're gonna add an extension with the arms. Lift, extend, in and down. Like you're soaring in the air. So good for that entire backside and for our posture. All right, quick child's pose. Sit back on your ankles. Stretch the arms, stretch the legs. And then when you're ready, take it right back. And let's go back to those parachutes. Up and down, singles. All right, add that extension. Up, out, in, and down. Oh, I'm feeling back at the shoulders as well. How many muscles can we get involved? Always a fun game to play. All right, bring those hands under the chin, back to the curls. Curl, lift, in, and down. So try to relax your head, neck, and shoulders. And lift those knees nice and high in the air. Looking good. All right, give me about 65 more. We're almost done, I promise. I make these last couple the biggest and the best. One more, lift. And take a nap. All right, let's stretch. We're gonna stay in this position. Rainbow, one hand back. We're gonna reach for that toe. Bring that heel in close towards your glutes. And then if you can, walk your knees together. Hold that heel in just for a few seconds. And then let's switch. Other hand comes under the chin. Rainbow it back. Try to grab the top of the foot. And if your hand is nowhere near the top of your foot, that's okay too. All right, go ahead and let go of that foot. So let's take it to a seated position. And we're actually gonna start in a pigeon. So bring one leg forward, other leg extends back behind you, fingertips on either side, torso nice and tall. So your hips and your shoulders should be nice and square. If that's too easy, take it down to your elbows. And if that's too easy, walk the hands forward and relax your head on the ground. Beautiful, take it up. And let's switch legs. Other leg comes forward, same as before. Square your shoulders and your hips. Place the hands on either side of that leg. Starting off in that tall position. And fold forward. Take it down to the elbows. And if that's too easy, walk the hands forward, drop your head down towards the ground, relax. Enjoy the vibes from this song. And then slowly take it up. Bring that leg all the way around. Let's take it into a little crisscross applesauce. Hand comes down to the floor, drop your elbow, reach up and overhead. You're gonna drop that shoulder behind you, taking a peek at your ceiling. Feel the stretch through the obliques, and that switch. Other arm comes up, drop the other elbow down, release that shoulder. Nice big stretch through the torso. And take it back towards the center. Let's do one more stretch. It's a butterfly stretch. Soles of your feet together. Bring it in nice and close. Use your elbows to push those knees down. Chest tall, and then fold forward. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully you feel like you can take on the rest of the day. Have a fantastic one. This is a City of Arvada production, instructed by Danielle Woodyard. You can watch this video and more on the City of Arvada's YouTube page at City of Arvada.
Get your game face on.